And the lack of a psychiatrist on island has an advocate speaking out and an agency making threats. We go to the source and find out just what is being done to bring and keep the needed medical professionals to the people of the CNMI. Leonie Walker has this report.
Through psychologists and psychiatrists getting the right treatment.
That is what CNMI resident Gordon Marciano says those struggling with mental illness in the CNMI really need. For nearly 1 year, the Commonwealth has not had a practicing psychiatrist at the island's only hospital, but CHCC CEO Esther Muña says it is not for the lack of trying.
It's a continuing problem. Recruitment is very difficult. You're dealing with position. Actually, there's a shortage already in the nation itself.
But Executive Director of the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Services, Jim Rayfand, says they do hold CHCC accountable.
On the matter of not having a psychiatrist, we take the position that CHC is obligated to provide that they have to have qualified personnel providing mental health services. I mean, I think they receive the funds to do it.
NMPOSSE is tasked with advocating for persons with disabilities, and Rayfand says they are ready to do what they have to force the issue.
If worse comes to worse, NMPOSSE will take legal action to try to compel them to provide those services or to provide that qualified personnel.
But Marciano, who is now advocating for improved services for the mentally challenged, says keeping a psychiatrist on island is also necessary for patients' long-term health.
Because it seems that with the challenges we're facing with CHCC, without the psychiatrist on board in the beginning, and then when we had one, it went kind of like it helped. But then they lost the doctor again for some odd reason.
Muña acknowledges that holding on to personnel once the position is filled is also a challenge not new to the hospital.
In the summer, we're expecting someone who's interested. I mean, right now there's an interest, but we try not to get so, I guess, excited about it because we've had interest before, and then, they said, that's okay, I changed my mind.
Marciano says some families have turned to local herbs and non-traditional treatments when they aren't able to get the needed care.
You're told that there's nothing anymore that they could do, then what do? You go back to tradition.
He says he had gone to NMPOSSE for help, but isn't pointing fingers at the hospital.
I don't blame anybody. We just need to improve our services.
Muña says she too is working towards this end and is aware of the threat of a lawsuit from NMPOSSE, but she says getting a psychiatrist at CHCC is a top priority for her.
We've been doing everything we can to try to bring a psychiatrist here. We're not sitting here, not thinking, not prioritizing it. We're definitely prioritizing it. It's just not as easy as everybody thinks.